Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to Eureka, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and the Owls. It is Friday Night Lights as the Vikings take on the Eureka Lions here from Eureka, Montana. Last game of the regular season, and today's game is going to be a battle for second place in the conference as Florence has wrapped up the first in the conference and the number one seed going into the playoffs that start next Saturday. Well, it's a battle for second place. The Vikings 6-2 on the season, coming off a 46-6 win over Anaconda down there last week. A little slow start in the first half, but turning it on the second half to win that game 46-6. And the Lions are 5-2 on the season, so this should be a good battle. I'll let you know the weather slightly snowing up here. The field is covered in snow. Got the Lions, you can kind of see them a little bit out here, so it'll be whatever team can take care of the football tonight. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and the Owls here for Eureka. Had a chance to sit down, or actually talk with head coach Jim Benn before the ball game, and this is what he had to say prior to tonight's game here in Eureka, Montana.
Well, good evening. Welcome to Friday Night Lights. The Bigfork Vikings taking on the Eureka Lions, and tonight in Eureka, and a battle for the number 2 seed and second place in the conference. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and the Owls. I'm in here with head coach Jim Benn. Hey, Coach, welcome to the pregame show, and I want to talk about last week's game being a little bit slow coming out of the gate against Anaconda, and what adjustments you made in the second half.
We just got back to our blocking rules. We were having some just kind of some brain farts as far as not being sure. They came out in a little different front than we'd prepared for, and that's just one of those things. And we probably were looking forward to this game a little bit too much, and that's just the nature of it.
Yeah, we talked about that last week actually on the pregame, that making sure they don't look past that, because I think Anaconda thought they won the half. They were down 10-6 at halftime, but you really turned things around, and in the second half, your ground game, ground and pound, and really ran it out and won by 46-6.
Yeah, they responded really well at half, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen. We were talking about that. It's like, they didn't get off the bus, or, taking Anaconda a little bit too lightly because they're not as skilled. Coming off that high, I've beaten Polson as well. So what did you guys learn from that game that you have to do tonight to get off and get ready to motivate you from the kickoff?
We just have to prepare, and we have to do our job. We prepared really well this week, I think. We had a great week of practice. Now we just have to do our jobs.
So a little bit of snow coming down today, and a little snow on the field. So I think the key probably is going to be the running game and the blocking up front.
Yep, that's our plan as always.
And taking care of the football.
Absolutely.
Well, I know you guys did a good job mixing it up, and you threw the ball really well. You didn't throw it much last week, but when you had to, you made some nice passes from Patrick to hit guys, and maybe add a little bit of that and catch them off guard.
Yeah, we'll see. We got it with the weather. We have to be smart, take care of the ball, and just do what we do.
That's probably key about tonight's game is with the weather the way it's being is it's a little slick, so the football is going to be slick, wrapping up and taking care of the football and winning the turnover battle.
Yeah, in Montana you have to have an all-weather offense.
Well, I'm looking forward to tonight's game. Talk about that. Have you talked about to the team that what this means if you win this game, that you get the number 2 in the conference and you get to host a playoff game next week?
Yeah, the kids have got all those scenarios. They probably know it better than anybody because they look at that stuff. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to a really good game tonight, Coach, and good luck. Thanks for joining me on the pregame. As always, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure all year, so good luck to the Vikes tonight.
All right, thank you. Have a great night.
All right, pregame brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. Yeah, weights and machines, cardio machine with internet-capable screen, state-of-the-art fitness. Life Fitness and Hammers strength weight machines, gymnasium, basketball court, swimming pool, locker rooms, Pilates, aerobics, yoga, and spin studios, indoor racquetball and squash, outdoor courts, tennis. You can't play right now, of course. Hex indoor tanning bed, on-site Ask a Trainer desk, concierge desk, the NISA functional training area, jungle gym, daycare, New recovery room, updated locker room, steam room, dry sauna, and jacuzzi. All at the Montana Athletic Club, proud sponsors Bigfork Vikings football here on Friday Night Lights. Here in Eureka, Montana, a battle for second place in the number 2 seed and a chance to host in the first round of the playoffs coming up next week. Let's bring your starting lineup. Starting lineup is brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods for all your grocery needs, including an amazing bakery and deli. 8111 Highway 35 in Bigfork. 837-5010. Bigfork Harvest Foods. And Marcus Bagos and the gang down at the Harvest Foods. Thank them for sponsoring us if you see them when you go in there. Anyway, starting lineups. First of all, for the Eureka Lions, the starting defense is number 2, Shade Pruitt, is the 5'10", 150-pound senior defensive back. At linebacker, Caleb Butter, the coach's son, number 4, 6', 165-pound sophomore. Daniel Dunn, the linebacker, junior, 6'1", 160 pounds, number 6. Number 14 is the defensive back, senior at 165, 6'1", Coulter Casaza. Also a defensive back, 150-pound, 5'7", senior, number 26, Gunnar Smith. At linebacker, 185 and 6'2", sophomore, number 27, Remington Little. Joey Kindle, 5'11", 150-pound defensive back, junior, number 32. At linebacker, 175, 5'10", sophomore, number 37, Tucker Smith. And on the line for the Lions, 205-pound, 5'10", junior, number 55, Gavin Pilkington. Also in the D-line, 6'3", 170, junior, number 57, Carson Cormack. And finally, 6'1", 195-pound defensive lineman, junior, number 58, Johnny Fair for head coach Trevor Utter. Chad Dunn, Kenny Kindle, Troy Truman, Jim Lucy, Coulter Comstock, and Ryan Holder, the assistants for the Lions. Your starting defense for the Bigfork Vikings at safety, it'll be number 2, Patrick Wallen, 5'9", junior, 160 pounds. Levi Taylor, linebacker, 205, 5'10", junior, wearing number 3. At linebacker, 6'1", 190 pounds, senior, number 7, Cormac Ben. Defensive back, 6'2", 170 pounds, sophomore, number 9, Isaac Epperly. At linebacker, sophomore, 6'3", 175 pounds, number 10, Bryce Gilliard. Defensive back, Jackson Nelson, filling in for Jackson Abney, who's out for the rest of the season. Nelson, a 5'8", sophomore, 140 pounds, wearing number 22. At linebacker, 5'7", 150-pound junior, number 30, Wyatt Hurd. The defensive end, Isaac Bjorgi, is 6'1", 210-pound senior, wearing number 42. At defensive tackle, you got Luke Benson, a 5'10", 210-pound senior, number 60. And back this week, and the Vikings are glad to have him back, 6'2", 240-pound junior defensive end, number 67, Fletcher Postlethwaite. And also on the line, a defensive tackle, 6'3", 330-pound junior, number 77 for George Brown for head coach Jim Bent, assisted by Connor Coleman, Tristan Clark, Ed Buttrey, Eric Thornes, and John Hollow. That's your starting lineups, brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. And we're about ready to get underway. We're going to do the coin toss. Cormac Ben out there with number 26, Gunnar Smith, doing the coin toss in the middle of the field. We are snow covered and are ready to go tonight. A little bit chilly out there. And ready to go here in Eureka, Montana. A battle for second place and the number 2 seed going into the playoffs next week, and an opportunity to host. If you're number 3, you're going to have to travel, and we're playing up against the north, so we'll see how that pans out. A big game between Fairfield and Glasgow tonight to help determine who is going to be the 1, 2, and 3 seed out of the north, and who the Vikings and the Lions will face next week in the playoffs. So the coin toss, and looks like Bigfork they've tossed it yet, has won the toss, and Bigfork will receive the first half kickoff, and they'll be heading left to right on your dial. And Eureka will be kicking off here in Eureka, Montana. 406-270-7384. Text me, let me know you can hear me live. It says I'm live. I'm joined by Eric Thornes standing next to me. Might be hearing him a little bit, coach, as he's coaching the game. We're inside and we're a little warm tonight, so just like last time when I was here 2 years ago, and the Vikings took on the Lions. The Lions are defending state champs, but a little bit down this year. They lost to Fairfield, and they lost to Townsend. Their 2 losses. Bigfork's 2 losses to Florence. Excuse me. I should say Eureka lost to Florence, and so did Bigfork. And Bigfork lost to Lewistown Class A school. Their only loss in Class B is against Florence. Well, number 37, Tucker Smith, will do the kicking for Eureka. And kickoff brought to you by Gilliard Painting, winner of the 2020 Best of the Flathead as the number 1 best painting contractor. And back deep is Farrier. Wyatt Hurd, as well as number 9, Isaac Epperly, to receive for the Vikings. And Vikings ready to go here in Eureka, Montana. Hurd, the deep man, on the 10-yard line for Bigfork, and here comes the kickoff. Kicks it deep. Farrier picks it up at about the 20. Crosses the 25. Across the 30. He's out to about the 32-yard line. And number 57 for Eureka in on the tackle. That's Carson Comack, the junior defensive lineman for the Lions. So the Vikings will start at their own 33-yard line. A little more difficult to see. I got to look at the orange markers on the far side. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 32. And a 1st and 10 for Bigfork. They go power I formation. 3 backs and under center is Wallen. Hands off to Cormac Ben. Ben up near the 34. We'll see what they're going to spot it right at the 34. He's going to pick up 2, and it will be 2nd and 8 for the Vikes here early in Eureka, Montana. Place it down, does the official, the umpire, right at the 34. A power I formation, basically. We got Wallen under center. Right behind him is Bjorgi and split backs. Hands off to Ben. Ben left side. He's going to cross the 35 out near the 36. And Ben with the football takes it out across to about the 37-yard line. It'll be about 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 6. They need to get to the 42, and here comes up 3rd down. So that same power formation, split backs with Bjorgi leading the way. Wallen under center for the Vikes. Going to hand off, gives up Cormac Ben, trying to break it outside, and he's going to cross the 40 out across near 1st down territory. We'll see where they spot it, and looks like they're going to give him right at the 42. And the referee calls 1st down, so Ben getting the exact yardage that he needed, enough for the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the 42-yard line. Again, Waller under center. Right behind him is Bjorgi, and then split backs with Taylor and Ben. Going to hand it off. Wallen keeps it. He's crossing the 50. He is into Eureka territory, about the 49-yard line, and picks up 9 on the play, I believe. Near a 1st down, we'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 49-yard line, just short of the 1st down. So pick up of 9 by Wallen. It'll bring up 2nd and 1 for the Vikings. So Vikings on their opening drive, already into Lions territory. Wallen will go under center. Right behind him, about 2 yards back, is Bjorgi. Then Taylor on the right side, Ben on the left side is split backs. Going to hand it off to Ben, the second guy through the hole, and brought down there right at the 45 by number 27, Remington Little for Eureka, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Needed 1, and he picked up 4. So 1st and 10 from the 45 of Eureka for the Vikes. Ron and Jamie Winslow listening down there in Bigfork. And the Vikings will have a 1st and 10. Wallen will go under center. Power formation, split backs. Going Can hand off. This time to Taylor. Taylor left side. You can take it down to the 40. And just short of the 40 at about the 41-yard line. So pick up about 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Vikes. 8:51 to go here. No score on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Well, like Coach said, it's going to be taking care of the football today. It is slick, snow-covered, the field is, and Wallen won't go under center. Bjorgi right behind him, split backs. So our power formation. Wallen, hands off. Wallen keeps it. He breaks a tackle. He gets down near the 35-yard line. They nearly had him in the backfield. Brought down there. Number 14, Coulter Kazaza. And they're going to spot him, at the 37-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Vikings. Left hash. Vikings heading to left to right on your dial. So Wallen will go under center. First time they brought out this formation, or the first game, I should say, Coach Ben, and Wallen will go under center. Can I hand it off? Gives it up. This time Ben right up the middle. He's going to cross 35 down near the 32. They're going to spot it about the 31-yard line. And for another Bigfork Viking first down here by Ben on the handoff by Wallen. And they'll spot it just short of the 30. It'll be at the 31-yard line. And 1st and 10 for Bigfork. Vikings with the big O-line. Good to have Fletcher Postlethwaite back this week. Cleared to play. Wallen will go under center. Bjorgi right behind him. And split backs. This time he's going to get Bjorgi right at the middle. Bjorgi takes it, going to break it out across the 25, inside the 25, and fumbles it. And Bigfork recovers it. Big old lineman out there. 74 for Bigfork, recovers it. That's Braden Goosey. He's about the 26, picked up about 5. We'll call it 2nd down and 5 for Bigfork. So Bjorgi with his first carry, and he's fighting for yardage. It pops out. Wallen will go under center. Bjorgi behind him. Switbacks. Taylor and Ben. This time tosses it to Ben. Ben running start, trying to get to the outside, and gets grabbed there by 27, Little. And Kazaza also on the top tackle. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and 7, a long 6, maybe 7 yards for the Vikings. As on the toss, Cormac couldn't quite get his footing. And they'll come out Wallen in the center. That power formation, split backs, Bjorgi right behind Wallen. There's the lead blocker for the Vikes. Gonna get out, Ben. Met there by Eureka at about the 34-yard line. And number 6, Daniel Dunn, the linebacker, in on the tackle. He'll stop him short and loses about another yard. And we'll call it 4th down and 8, maybe 9 here for the Vikings. Just inside the 30, we'll call it the 29, and they need to get down to the 20. So 4th and 9, and the Vikes will go for it here. They'll go Wallen under center, Farrier, along with Levi. And they called delay a game on the Vikings. That'll cost them 5 yards as the flag falls. And that'll push them back 5 instead of 9. It'll be 14. So 4th and 14. Wallen under center. Cormac Ben back in the eye. On the wings are Taylor and Farrier for the Vikes. Hands it off. And before the play is run, they snapped it, but a timeout taken by the Vikings. Head coach Jim Ben with 5:02 to go, and the Vikings with a 4th and 14 from about the inside the 35 of Eureka, and no score on your UPS store of Bigfork scoreboard. For all your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002. Brad Stodchill and the gang at the UPS store. So the Vikings moving the ball down the field, and then they stalled a little bit. Got a couple losses on a couple plays, and they're going to come up with fourth down rather than punt it. They're going to go for it here. Gilliard out wide left for the Vikes. And Wyatt Hurd on the left wing. Levi Taylor right wing. Waller under center. Cormac Ben 5 yards behind him. Hurd goes in motion. Ben right up the middle. And caught there by number 37, Tucker Smith. And he'll pick up a couple. And it'll be turnover on downs. Lion gets the football at the 38-yard line. 33-yard line. So Ben picked up a couple, and now the Vikes will go on defense here. And the Lions will line up in trips tight on the right side. Shotgun formation is the quarterback. Fakes the handoff. Goes on the reverse. Out here. And taken out of bounds by Cormac Ben is number 27, Remington Little. He crosses into Bigfork. He takes it down at the 43-yard line of Bigfork, and a 1st and 10 for the Lions on the little counter play. One receiver left, trips out to the right. Shotgun formation is the quarterback. Number 4, hands off, trying to run out to the right side. And Gilliard in on the tackle is Gunnar Smith, the running back for Eureka. And takes it down near the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and 2nd and 8 for Eureka at the Viking 35-yard line. Shotgun formation, trips out to the left side. Single receiver out to the right for Eureka. And the Vikes jump, flag flies. And is it on the offense or on the defense? Dead ball, defensive encroachment. That'll cost them 5 yards, and that'll take it down to the 30 and a 1st and 10 for the Lions. Shotgun formation, same trips left, quarterback keeper. Cormac Ben throws down the quarterback, number 4, Caleb Utter. Nice tackle there by Cormac Ben. He'll pick up about 1, 2nd and 9 as Utter on the quarterback keeper. They'll go trips out to the left side and a single receiver over the right side for Eureka. And 2nd and 9. Single setbacks right now on the right side of Utter. Here comes the snap. Looking to throw. He's a lefty. Looking at rolling out, looking to throw. Bjorgi putting the pressure on, gives it up. And Wallen takes number 14, Coulter Kazaza, out of bounds. Wallen knocks him out about the 20-yard line. And 1st and 10 for Eureka, just inside the 20. We'll call it at the 19-yard line. And they'll put trips out to the right side. And a single receiver on the left side. Single setback. 37 is Tucker Smith on the right side. in motion. And right there, Utter goes right up the middle. And Gilliard in on the tackle for Bigfork, along with Benson, came to help finish it up. He picks up a couple on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Lions at about the 17-yard line. They'll go single receiver. Out to the right side, one out to the left. Quarterback will go under center. I formation for the Lions here on 2nd down. Snap, tosses it out. Oh, in the backfield is Benson. Can't quite grab him. And then brought down finally by Hurd as George Brown nearly grabbed him and pulled him down as 26 Gunner Smith on the toss. And he'll lose a yard on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Eureka. And they'll send two doubles, so two receivers on either side. And are shotgun formation for Utter with Gunner Smith on his left side. Motion. Goes in a fly sweep out the left side. And Wallen gets hit from behind, but no flag will fly. And on the fly sweep, touchdown there by 26 Gunner Smith. And the Lions score first. And on for the extra point try is number 6, Daniel Dunn for the Lions. Snap, gets it down, kicks it up. And it's good by Dunn. 1:41 to go here in the first quarter. It is 7-0. The Lions lead on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. And the Vikings will get the football here. And I'll be back with more of the first quarter here from Eureka, Montana, as the Vikings trail 7-0 early. All right, Eureka now ready to kick off to Bigfork. Back deep, Wyatt Hurd. Epperly on one side and Failure on the other. As the Lions, number 37, Tucker Smith, to kick off from his own 40. 1:41 to go here in quarter number 1. The Vikings down early, 7-0. So Smith to kick off for the Vikings. Kicks it deep, right into Hurd's hands. About the 25, brings it right up the middle. Hurd out near the 40-yard line, and he'll spot it right at the 40. And a nice return by Wyatt Hurd as he picks it up at about the 20. He gets about 20 yards on the return. And a 1st and 10 for the Vikes. A little on the stop for Eureka, and a 1st and 10 for the Vikes. And the Vikings will send Fisher out to the left side. And I formation, Waller will go under center for the Vikings. Shifting sides, Isaac Bjorgi and Ferrier. Waller will hand it up and give it up to Ben. Ben across, all the way across near the 50-yard line as he crosses the 45, and they'll spot it at about the 48-yard line. And he picks up 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Vikings from their own 48-yard line. So a little shift. Lead blocking is Bjorgi. And they'll go the same formation. I formation, Wallen under center. Single receiver. Bjorgi and Ferrier move over to the left side for the Vikes. Tosses it. Ben on the toss, out left side. He crosses the 50 down to the 45. Inside the 45, around the 44-yard line.
That DM splits way out when you.
And going to spot it at the 44-yard line on the left hash, and 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the Lions 44. They just need to take care of the football and cash in on this drive. And they'll go I formation again, Wallen under center. Ferrier over on the left side. This time they're going to get up to Ben. Ben looking to get outside. Breaking through is number 4, Utter, from his linebacker spot to slow up Ben, and Ben will lose a couple. He'll lose 2 in 2nd and 12. Actually, back at the 47-yard line, loses 3. So 2nd and 13 for the Vikings. As quarter number 1 is going to round out here as 5 seconds and less. And the Vikings will let it run out. So, 1 quarter in the books in a battle for 2nd place and the number 2 seed into the tournament in the playoffs starting next week. And on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard, it is 7-0 the Lions lead and the Vikings on the move. Gilliard Painting, winner of 2020 Best of the Flat, is the number 1 best painting contractor. Interior and exterior painting and staining, pressure washing, parking lot striping, property caretaking. Chip Gilliard at 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive in Bigfork. 210-7794 or chipgilliard at yahoo.com. Well, the Vikings on the move again this way. They'll go the other direction now. They'll go right to left on your dial as they're down early. Lost a couple as the linebacker able to shoot through Utter and make the play right there on Ben as Ben's trying to set up the blockers and advance that. And Vikings will have it at the 47 of Eureka and a 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 13. I'll call it here in Eureka, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Vals, glad with you to be with us here on Friday night. The drive up was a little bit slick until we got north of Whitefish a little bit. Snow coming down, I know, back home, and the field is snow covered. So here comes the Vikings out, and they'll put Ferrier on the left wing. I formation, Wallen under center for Bigfork. Wallen's going to give it up right to Levi Taylor. Taylor breaks out across the 45, down near the 42, and the whistle blows as forward progress is stopped. And he'll get it down to the 42, so he picks up 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 8 for Bigfork. As he picks up 5 on the play. So the Vikes will come out 3rd and 8 from the 42 of Eureka. High formation. This time, Bjorgi and Ferrier move over to the right side. Gets set. Wallen going to get up to Ben. Ben looking to break it outside, and he can't quite get outside. Wrapped up there by 27 for Eureka. Remington Little, and no gain on the play. That'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 8 for Bigfork. From the 47 of Eureka, and see what Coach Ben wants to do here. And the Vikes will take a timeout with 10:52 to go, trailing by 7-0 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. We'll be back here with more of the 2nd quarter from Eureka, Montana. Well, welcome back. It's fourth down from the 42, 4th and 8 for the Vikes. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Two wings. Taylor on one side, Hurd on the other. Motion goes Taylor. And screen out to Ben is broken up. Incomplete. From Wallen to Ben. Tried to set up the screen with Taylor leading the way, and pass falls incomplete, but read by Eureka right there. It'll be turnover and downs, and 1st and 10 from the 42 for the Lions. Can't quite get over that hump and make that play that they need. The Vikes, so they need to get a stop here. Can afford to really to go down by 2 scores here early in the ball game. They'll send 2 receivers out to the left side. I formation, motion, sweep. And knocked out of bounds by Taylor is 26, Gunner Smith. And no flag on the play. Down to the Bigfork 37-yard line. As Gunner Smith on the fly sweep gets outside. They'll put a single receiver out to the right, or twins, out to the right side. Utter will go in under center. And I formation for the Lions. Motion goes Smith. Time fakes it off, gets the second back through, 27, and met there by Bigfork. That's Ben in on the tackle of 27, Remington Little, as he was the I-back. Takes it down to the 30-yard line, picks up 7, so 2nd and 3 from the Viking 30 with 10:18 to go here. Twins out to the left side, I formation. And Utter under center goes right up the middle. Does Utter. And Gilliard in on the tackle. And takes down Utter. And we'll see where they spot it. Inside the 30. At the 28-yard line. So 3rd and 1 for the Lions. Twins out to the left. I formation. And Utter will go under center. Motion goes Smith. Out to the right side. He's looking to throw. Throw that is going to be brought down. Oh, Benson had him. Couldn't quite get him. Gunner Smith at the right side of completion. Levi Taylor takes him out of bounds. As Luke Benson had him for a sack as he came right up the middle and couldn't quite wrap him up. And Utter to break out of it, hits it to 26, Gunner Smith. And it'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 28-yard line. 1 receiver on each side. I formation, Utter under center. And right tackle moves for Eureka. That'll cost him 5 yards as legal procedure on 54, Hazen Bone. And 1st and 15, back at the 27. Make that the 28-yard line. Dunn will go under center, I formation, look, fade back, looking to throw it deep. He's going to get run down. Gilliard right there trying to throw him, get to him, and pass thrown out there. Complete to number 14, Coulter Kazaza. At the 25, a pickup of 2, and be 2nd and 12 for the Lions. Trips out tight on the right side. Shotgun formation is Utter. Makes the snap, hands it off. Right side. Outside goes Gunner Smith. And he's knocked out of bounds. And a flag on the play. Wallen stops him. But there is a flag on the play.
Yes, but it's all angles right now. So.
We'll see what that is. I believe it was against Eureka. It'll cost him 10 yards from the spot. Holding is the call against the Lions. Push him back at about the 21-yard line. Second and 8 for the Lions. Single receiver out to the left. They'll stack trips tight on the left side. Single receiver out to the right, And shotgun formation is Utter. Single setback. Gunner Smith right next to him. In the backfield. Takes the snap. And he's going to keep it this time. Does Utter. Breaks it back inside. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by Eureka. And a fortunate bounce to the Lions. And picked up by 27, Remington Little, as the ball is knocked out by Bigfork from Utter, but the Vikings can't recover. Rolls down to the 5-yard line, and a first and goal for Eureka from the Bigfork 5 with 8:38 to go. Doubles, 2 receivers each side for the Lions. And shotgun formation is Utter, with Tucker Smith right next to him. Motion goes Gunner Smith trying to get the outside, taken out of bounds.
Inside handoff on the sweep to Gunner. He gets down inside the 5.
Look like
We're going to mark it at about the 2.
Wyatt Hurd on the tackle knocks him out of bounds. And down to about the second and goal from the 2-yard line. Single receiver each side. Utter will go under center. I formation for Eureka. Utter will right up the middle. And stopped there by Levi Taylor. And short of the goal. And he clears everybody out. Then he calls a touchdown. I don't understand that. They wait till everybody umpiles and then calls a touchdown. So, for Eureka. And they're up 13-0 with 8:05 to go on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. And done on for the extra point try for the Lions. Snap. Kick is up. Is good. 8:05 to go on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, and the Vikings down 14-0 early in a battle for second place here in Eureka, Montana. And the weather, I think, having a little bit of effect on the Vikes here. Hard to get your footing on the conditions here on the field. Snow covered. Can't see the numbers on the field. Have to look at the orange numbers on the far side to find out what's going on. And now the Vikings will get it back. They need to score before halftime, make this a one-possession score. And we're back with a kickoff here from Eureka, Montana. All right, welcome back. And Wyatt Hurd back deep. Epperly on one side and 34 Ferrier on the other side. Joseph Ferrier. And kicking off. Tucker Smith, number 37. Places it down like he's going to kick an onside kick or squib kick here. The Lions trying for it. Kicks it deep. And Epperly comes up with it. Going to run towards out of bounds. And taken down at about the 35 is Epperly, and met there by Daniel Dunn. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at their own 35-yard line. Here was 7:59 to go till halftime, trailing by 2 touchdowns, 14-0. And you go back to that power formation that worked earlier. Bjorgi in the backfield and split backs, Taylor and Ben. And Waller will go under center for the Vikes. You need to get those guys moving up front. Ben on the carry. Tackled.
Backside, outside,
Brought down by number 6, Daniel Dunn, for no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Vikes from their own 35. Same formation. Waller will go under center. Bjorgi right behind him. And the split backs, Taylor on the right side, Ben on the left side for the Vikes. Ben will go right up the middle. Crosses it out across the 40, out to near the 42 or 43, I believe. Check that. 40, so he picks up a 5 on the play. Actually crosses. So pick up a 5. We'll call it 3rd and 5 for Bigfork. And same formation. Split backs. Bjorgi right behind Wallen under center for the Vikings. Ben breaks the tackle, going to get out near the 45-yard line. We'll see if they spot it. If he gets the 45, then it's a 1st down. And the referee says, yes, he hit the 45, 1st down. So picks up 5, a little over 5, 1st and 10 at their own 45 for the Vikings. And Wallen will go under center. Bjorgi behind him. Split backs, Taylor and Ben, as the Vikings moving the football. This time we'll give it off to Ben. Ben down to the 40, pushing forward. And he'll get out near the 50-yard line, And they'll spot it right at the 50. We'll give him 5 on the play. And 2nd and 5 again, right at midfield for the Vikes. Just short of the 50. But we'll call it 2nd down and 5 for Bigfork. Same formation. It seems to work, so Wallen will go under center. Split backs. Bjorgi leading them. Give it up to Ben. Ben running hard. Breaks it across the 50, now into territory. Flag flies late. At about the 48, he picks up a couple. And we'll see what that flag is. Still had no call from the referee yet. Penalties on Bigfork. Personal foul against the Vikes. A late flag that came in after Ben was stopped. And that should push him back 15 yards. All the way back at the 36-yard line. And about 2nd down and 20 for the Vikes. They'll go I formation. Waller under center. And toss it out to Ben. Ben trying to get out to the left side. Taylor leading them out on the way. And Ben
Yes.
Going to run up the left sideline.
No, he
Gonna
was.
take- he says he went out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A flag on the play.
Gosh, dang it. He was not out.
They couldn't see the sideline. Ben looked like he was inbounds and kept running up. And a flag.
That was.
It's going to be 3rd and 9. Put block in the back. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't see that one. As Levi Taylor's out in front and got his head out in front of the guy that, and they're going to accept the penalty. Takes it back. It'll be 2nd down and about 16. About the 39-yard line. Tosses out to Ben. Ben right side. Loop blocked by Taylor.
Joseph.
Ben's going to lose back to the 35-yard line. Or make that, 36. Check that 37-yard line. They need to get to the 45. So 3rd and 18 for the Vikings. Fisher out to the left by himself. I formation. Wallen will go under center for the Vikes. 3rd and 18. Going to hand up to Taylor. Taylor running right side out near the 40-yard line. Be stopped at about the 39. And Taylor down. Hurt on that play at the 39. They spot it at the 39. 4th and 16. And coach helping up Levi Taylor off the field. It'll bring up 4th down.
No.
It looks like Gunnar Smith will be back to receive. And Ferrier will probably be punting for the Vikes. And Ferrier does drop back deep to punt for Bigfork. And Smith back deep to receive for the Lions. Snap, perfect snap. Ferrier. Nice kick, gets it off. Rolling. Going to roll past Gunnar Smith and a nice Bigfork roll. Wyatt Hurd's going to touch it down inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Eureka at about their own 18. On a nice kick by Joseph Ferrier for the Vikings. 406-270-7384. Let me know if you're listening out there. Text me. Don't call me. I won't answer the phone. And it'll be 1st and 10. The Vikes got to get a stop here. 3:51 to go till halftime and trailing 14-0 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And they'll come out. Doubles. 2 receivers either side. Shotgun formation for Utter. Single setback on his left side. Motion goes Smith on the fly sweep. Utter's going to keep it. Is going to get sacked for a loss by Wyatt Hurd. Goes Utter on the quarterback keeper. And no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Eureka. And there goes single receiver on each side. And Utter will go under center for the Lions. I formation for Eureka. Snap, looking, hands off to the second back, and right there. Can't quite bring him down. George Brown finally brings him down. Postal Weight had him in the backfield, or Benson. Finally, George Brown brings him down. Picks up about 5 out near the 23-yard line. We'll call it 3rd down and 3 for the Lions. Single receiver each side. Shotgun formation as Utter will go under center for the Lions. And they'll have to take a timeout. Postal Weight has that club on his hand protecting that. Maybe why he couldn't wrap up there. But he had him in the backfield. And Gunnar Smith gets out of it, but George Brown there right to meet him. And it's 3rd down. The Vikings need a big stop here with 2:30 to go here. And trailing 14-0 on your UPS Store scoreboard in Eureka, Montana. Winner of this game will host next week in the first round of the playoffs. The loser will have to travel on the road and head up north. We don't know where the north is in the west. We know that Florence is the number 1 seed out of the west, and the winner of this will be number 2. The loser will be number 3. And winner hosts, loser travels. And up north, it is Fairfield and Glasgow playing tonight. I'll try to get a score at halftime on that and see where that game is, because Fairfield has the inside track for home field advantage, and Malta has already beat Glasgow. So it could be Glasgow's the number 3 and then Malta number 2. But we'll check and get to the scores when we can. Back out, Utter under center. She's on each side. Utter we're going to go right up the middle. And right there, Nolan in on the tackle along with Benson as Utter gets the first down as he goes quarterback keeper right up the middle for Eureka, right at the 30-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Lions. 2:15 and counting. Single receiver each side. I formation. Utter to go under center for Eureka. Looking, tosses it out to the right side. Gunnar Smith. And Bigfork, a host of Vikings, walling in on the stop, as well as Bjorgi and 51. Jordan Betts for the Vikes. He picks up 3. We'll call it 2nd and picked up 2. We'll call it 2nd and 7. Excuse me. So picked up 3 on the play. Trips on the right side, tight in the formation. Single receiver out to the left. Shotgun formation goes Utter. 120 and counting here in the first half.
He's about 5 yards off the ball.
Hands it off. Utter gets it, but right there. Vikings right there. Betts in on the stop. Also on the stop was Nolan for the Vikes.
Wide trips.
There go trips to the wide side. On the right side, single receiver out left. Shotgun formation as the left-handed Utter looking to maybe throw. Gunnar Smith goes out looking for the screen. Throws it over the middle. And nearly broken up there by Ben on the pass attempt. Pass intended to Little, the tight end for Eureka. Falls incomplete. 33.1 to go here till halftime. And the Vikings trailing 14-0 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And it is 3rd down and 5. Maybe check that. We'll call it 3rd down and 6 for the Lions.
There's only 10. 6. It's 4th down. We declined it. 4th down.
It is 4th down. They had 3rd down here. So 4th and 6, Eureka will punt Hurd and Epperly back deep. Looks like 26 Gunner Smith to kick. Looking. He's looking to fake it. Punts it. A horrible kick. Get away from it. Bigfork rolls down inside the 40 at about the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bigfork with 19.1 to go. And what does Coach Ben do here? Hurd will come in for Taylor. I think Taylor's still over on the sideline for Bigfork. Wallen will go under center. Ben, far right side, trips on the right side for Bigfork. Single receiver on the left. Wallen in the shotgun formation for the Vikings. And Wallen looking to release it deep. Get it out there to Ben. Ben catches it. He's at the 20. Oh, tripped up. Inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. No flags. And a nice pass by Wallen on the fade route up the right sideline to Cormac Ben. And Ben is down on the far sideline. On the Bigfork side, he was taken down and tripped up late. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He had to wait for the pass. Jumped up, caught it at about the 25 and took it down inside. And they're going to spot it at the 20-yard line with 10.8 to go. And Ben will have to come off as he's limping.
Wings are wide's already out there.
And Gilliard will come in the ballgame for Cormac Ben. Snow lightly still coming down here in Eureka. Vikings their best opportunity as they're at the 20-yard line with a 1st and 10 with 10.8 to go. Shotgun formation goes Wallen. Actually, he'll go under center for Bigfork. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Wallen going to chuck it up to the end zone.
Oh.
And nearly caught by Bjorgi. Utter breaks it up. They said incomplete as Bjorgi tries to come up with it. 4.8 to go. And Cormac Ben comes back in. He'll run up to the right side. Gilliard will come out. Wallen gets the play. Fisher gets off. Wallen in the shotgun.
12 guys in the huddle. They had 12 in the...
And timeout taken by Eureka. With 4.8 to go as Epperly on one side, Ben on the other side, and Eureka trying to stop the Vikings scoring before halftime. This would be a big score for Bigfork. As Wallen will go in shotgun. Nearly caught him off guard, and Isaac Bjorgi nearly caught the ball down near the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite come up with it as Eureka broke it up. So Epperly out to the left side, Hurd in the wing. Cormac Ben on the right side for Bigfork, and Wallen will go in shotgun formation for the Vikings. Looking to either hit Epperly or Ben is Wallen. Throws it up right there to Epperly, broken up. Intended for Epperly, and that'll fall incomplete. And your halftime Score is the Eureka Lions 14 and the Vikings 0 on your Big Fork Harvest Food scoreboard. I'll be back with your half-game stats here from Eureka, Montana, as the Vikings trail here at halftime. All right, welcome back to Eureka, Montana, as the Vikings trail 14-0. On your Gilliard Painting scoreboard, halftime brought to you by Gilliard Painting. Winner of the 2020 Best of the Flathead is #1 best painting contractor. Is Eureka scores 7 in the first, 7 in the second. Your leaders for overall team number of plays: Bigfork 29, Eureka 22. Total offense 129 to 147. Time of possession, Bigfork dominating 15-19 to 8-22, about doubling them up. Rushing attempts is 25 for 86 for the Vikes, 18 for 128 for Eureka, so being outgained by Eureka. Eureka 3 of 4 on passing, Bigfork 1 of 4, although the Vikes have 43 yards on that bend reception, and then 19 for Eureka. Overall first downs, Bigfork with 6 and Eureka with 9 here at halftime. Third down conversion, 3 of 6 for Bigfork, 2 of 4 for Eureka. Fourth down, 0 for 3 for Bigfork, 1 for 2 for the Lions. Penalties, 4 for 35 for Bigfork, 2 for 15 for Eureka. Punts average, 1 for 43. Nice punt there by Joseph Ferry, 1 for 27 for the Lions. Overall for Bigfork, Patrick Wall, 1 of 4, 43 yards. That pass, nice pass to Cormac Ben. Rushing attempts, Ben with 19 attempts, 58 yards. Wallen 2 for 13. Taylor 3 for 10. Bjorgi 1 for 5. And I'm not sure the status of Levi Taylor. We'll see yet coming out the second half. Cormac Ben, 1 reception, 43 yards. Ben and Gilliard leading the way at halftime with 3.5 tackles. Isaac Bjorgi, Luke Benson with 1.5. Wallen, Levi Taylor, George Brown, Jackson Nelson, Fletcher, Postal Weight Rider, Nolan with 1 apiece, and Hurd and Betts with 0.5. Again, punting stats, 1 for 43 for Joseph Ferrier. Kick returns, 1 for 16 for Wyatt Hurd, and 1 for 12 for Ferrier, 1 for 8 by Epperly. So overall, passing yards, Bigfork leading, and they're behind in rushing. That's usually the other way around. They have 43 rushing yards to 19, or passing yards, to Lincoln County or Eureka, and 86 rushing to 128 for Lincoln County here at halftime in Eureka, Montana, as they trail 14-0. And Eureka will get the second half possession as the Vikings will kick off as they receive the first half kickoff. Bigfork took that initial drive, was driving down, and then got stopped and turnover on downs. It's happened a couple times. Can't quite get over the hump, and I'm sure Coach will make some adjustments after halftime like they did last week. They're going to have to come out, first of all, stop Eureka and get the football back and drive down and score to make this a one-possession game here, because the winner of this will be the number 2 seed and number 2 in the conference going into the playoffs. Both teams have qualified for the playoffs, and we'll see which seed the Vikes get and which seed it'll be. The winner of this gets number 2, and the loser gets number 3. We're back with your third quarter and the kickoff from Eureka, Montana. On your Get Your Painting scoreboard, the Vikings trail 14-0 at halftime. Well, welcome back to Bigfork Vikings football here on Friday night as the Vikings trail 14-0 at halftime. Get ready for the second half kickoff. And we'll see if Levi is back here for the second half. Well, it looks like Taylor is out for the second half, injured. So the Vikings have an uphill battle here in the second half, but first thing I got to do is kick off and stop the Lions. And got plenty of time, got 2 quarters left here in this ball game. So that Wyatt Hurd's going to have to step up and play a little more. Back him or Nolan. We'll see who coach brings out when the offense comes out. The Vikings need to step it up here second half on defense, first of all, and stop the Lions. Like I said, they outgained them in passing, but been outgained in rushing. Gunnar Smith, the quick little running back for Eureka, with most of their yards tonight on that fly sweep, gets outside. So, coach probably made some adjustments at halftime, and he said, like he said before, next man up. So somebody else is going to have to step up tonight for the Vikes. 2 quarters away from determining their seed for the playoffs. And we'll see here. Got about 2 minutes till the second half kickoff. I'll be back here from Eureka, Montana. Well, welcome back to Eureka, Montana. Vikings take the field, getting ready to kick off. All right, the Vikes. And it looks like Seth Osborne, is going to be doing the kicking for the Vikings. Back deep, number 26, Gunnar Smith. Also, number 2, Shea Pluid, to receive for the Lions. Off the leg of Seth Osborne, number 84 for Bigfork. And the second half, about ready to get underway. Osborne's kick deep. Picks it up about the 16. Does Pluid. Pluid met right there. Brought down with the Vikes. Number 6. And on the tackle, Nick Walker. And they'll spot it at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for Eureka at the 29. And the Vikings need to come out and get a stop here on this first possession. Single receiver out each side. Utter will go under center. I formation for the Lions. Tosses it out to the right side on the sweep. And Wyatt Hurd will take down Gunnar Smith. He crosses the 35 out to about the 30. We'll see where they're going to spot that at the 38-yard line. 2nd and 2. A 2nd and 1. So a pickup of 9. Single receiver each side, down under center. Excuse me, under center, and I formation for the Lions. Going to roll out to the left side, looking to throw. Pressure put on by Bjorgi. Pass out there, falls incomplete. Intended for number 14, Kazaza, and incomplete by Utter. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. So 3rd and 1, single receiver on either side. Watch for Utter up the middle. I formation. Gonna hand it off. Gunnar Smith. Bjorgi right there. Excuse me. Luke Benson on the tackle. Takes it out to the 41. Picks up a couple. And 1st and 10 from the 41 of Eureka for the Lions. They'll go trips tight here on the near side. Single receiver over the left side. Shotgun formation for the quarterback Utter. Single setback on his left side. Snap. Reverse. Counter play out there. And Remington Little. And Epperly on the stop as he gets out across the, just across the 45, and we'll call it 2nd and 6 for Eureka. Trips out to the right side, single receiver to the left, and a single setback shotgun formation as a quarterback Utter for the Lions. With 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Snap. Gunnar Smith outside. Breaks the tackle and finally brought down by Bjorgi, out of bounds on the far side in the Bigfork territory. Down near the 40-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And they're going to spot it at the 43-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Viking 43-yard line. Twins on the right side. And Utter will go under center I formation for the Lions. Tosses it out. Look about for halfback pass, throwing it deep. Oh, caught there. Nelson almost picked it off as Gunnar Smith throws it deep. Nelson right there. Caught by Joey Kendall. Down near the 20. And it'll be at the 21. And 1st and 10. And they'll go I formation. Single set, or excuse me, quarterback under center, receiver on each side. Gives it out to Gunnar Smith, running out the outside. And Epperly right there throws him down at about the 15. Picks up about 6. We'll call it
Second down and
2nd and 4.
5 for the Lions.
At the 15. They'll go I formation. Under center for the Lions. Single receiver on each side. And Utter will go right up the middle. Hit immediately by one of the Vikings. I believe that Luke Benson. Right there. And it was. Third and 2. Picked up a couple. Third and long one, maybe 2 yards. And they'll go same formation. Receiver out each side. Under center. And I formation for the Lions. Hands it off. Gunnar Smith running out to the right side. Got that speed. Makes it into the end zone. Around the right side. For the touchdown. The Vikings down 3 scores now. And Dunn will come on for the extra point try for the Lions. The holder is Kendall, and Danny Dunn, the kicker for the Lions. Up and good. And the Lions lead 21-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard with 8:07 to go here in quarter number 3 from Eureka, Montana. I'll let you know that Bigfork's running back Levi Taylor is out for the rest of the game. Hurt his ankle in the first half. We'll know more about that later for Bigfork. And the Vikings will get their first possession of the second half. I need to take that down and score and see who is going to be in for Taylor in the second half. So Wyatt Hurd will go back deep to receive for Bigfork. On one side is Joseph Ferrier. The other side will be Isaac Epperly. And 37, Tucker Smith, the kick for the Lions. Eureka missing one player. Get him out late. Smith to set it up at his own 40 to kick off. With 8:07 to go here in the third quarter. And the Vikings trailing by 21-0. Kick. Deep. Grabbed there by Epperly. Epperly right up the middle. Gets it out near the 40-yard line. And a nice return by Epperly as he picks it up about the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at their own 40-yard line.
No, Bjorgie's in. Bjorgie's in.
Bjorgie at tight end. Ferrier on the left wing. Out comes. So Nick Walker play the tight end. The fullback will be Isaac Bjorgie with Ben right behind him. Ben looking to run up. Gets it out to the right side. Nice block there by Fisher. Going to run up the right sideline and run out of bounds inside. Goes Cormac Ben. Now see where we ran out of bounds inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line of.
Yep. I know. That was basically power.
Make that 37-yard line of Eureka. So it picks up 23 yards on the play. Does Cormac Ben set up his blockers and race to the outside. Single receiver out to the left. I formation. Here goes Ferrier. Nick Walker moving to the right side. Under center is Wallen. Wallen going to get it off to Ben. Ben going to carry the load in the second half. Grabbed from behind and brought back for no gain. By 55, Gavin Pilkington. And no gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Vikes. So Ben trying to set up his blockers and get through. And Eureka came from the backside to grab him. Fisher will go out to the left side. I formation, Waller in the center, Ferrier on the right wing. The snap, going to get off to Ben. Ben looking, breaks it up. And thrown back is Ben by 37, Tucker Smith, and 27, Remington Little. Gained about a half a yard. We'll call it 3rd down and 9. At about the 36-yard line. They'll come out, I formation. Ben is sitting right behind Bjorgi. Wallen under center. Looks, fakes. Wallen's got it. And tossed to Ferrier. Ferrier brought down by the face mask and no penalty flag. Grabs him up by the face mask and no flag flies as he loses all the way back to the 45-yard line. All the way back to the 45, 4th and 18. The Vikes not getting the call there. Clearly, Ferrier was grabbed by the face mask and taken down, but no flag. Ferrier on late. Wallen in shotgun. Cormac Ben out to the right side. And officials. They're going to call a legal procedure on the Vikings. I'm not sure what that's for. All the way back to midfield at the 50. So Ferry will drop back to punt. Gilliard has to do the snapping. That Taylor's out. Snap right to Ferrier. Perfect snap. And a nice punt there by Ferrier. Deep fair catch at about the 20-yard line by Gunnar Smith. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 20. So the Vikes on defense got to get a stop here. 5:22 to go. And they give you a painted scoreboard, and they trail 21-0 here in quarter number 3 from Eureka, Montana. Trips on the right side, single receiver left. Otto will go under center for Eureka. Tosses it out to Gunnar Smith. Gunnar trying to get to the right side and pulls the weight. Can't quite wrap him up. Gilliard right there grabs him. Wallen, and finally they take him down. So Postal Weight and Gilliard with help from Postal Weight. Crosses the 30 out to the 31-yard line on the toss to Gunnar Smith.
I know I'm probably already telling you something you already know. That backside, that chipping,
Single receiver on the right side. Trips on the wide side. Tight on the left side. Shotgun formation is Utter. The snap. Utter's going to keep it. and knocked out of bounds is Epperly, and Hurd right there. He'll cross the 40 out to the 42 and a first down for Eureka. Check that. That'll be marked at the 41 and 1st and 10 at the 41 for the Lions. Their own 41. Shotgun formation. Trips on the left side. Hands it out to Gunnar Smith, trying to get to the outside. And Wallen will trip him up as he crosses the 45. Takes it out to the 48-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Shotgun formation. Gunnar Smith goes in motion. Looking out, looking for the screen. Can throw it deep. Right there, Epperly. Epperly with a nice pick. Interception by Epperly at the 20-yard line of Bigfork. So that pass was intended for number 6, Daniel Dunn. And Epperly, using all of his 6'2" frame, jumping up and picking it off at the 20. It'll be Bigfork Viking football at their own 20-yard line. And a nice job there by Isaac Epperly on the coverage. 3:37 to go here in quarter number 3. The Vikings need to get something on the scoreboard and get back in this ball game. And Wallen will come under center. He'll go I formation. Bjorgi and Ben right behind him. Fisher out on the left side at the receiver. And the wing is Farrier for the Vikes. Wallen taking the snap. Get it up to Ben. Ben met there by 55, Pilkington and Tucker Smith. And no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Vikes. Little change. Nick Walker and Fisher come out. Gilliard in along with Hurd. And Wallen will go under center. Single setback. Hurd will go in motion. Runs it out the right side of the fly sweep. Hurd across the 20. Out near the 21. Brought down there by number 4, Caleb Utter. So he picks up 1. So 3rd and 10. Must have spotted it at the 21 initially. I thought it was at the 20 where Epperly intercepted it. So 3rd and 10 for the Vikes. Here in quarter number 3. Wallen will go under center. Ben, deep setback. Wings on either side for the Vikes. Motion. Goes Hurd. Wallen looking throw. Throws it deep. He's got Gilliard wide open at the 40 and throws it short at the 39, and Gilliard can't come back to make the catch. Otherwise, he had an easy first down as Gilliard was wide open for the Vikings. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Vikes were going to have to punt. That'll bring on Joseph Farrier to punt for Bigfork. And they'll send 26, Gunnar Smith, back to receive. And he'll go back into Lion territory about the 45, inside the 45. Back to the 40 to receive. So Farrier to punt for the Vikes. Gets off a nice kick, going to roll up the right side. Bigfork is going to go out of bounds in Viking territory, I believe. Went out of bounds at the Viking 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Eureka at their own 40. And 1st and 10 for the Lions. 2:05 to go here in the third quarter on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Vikings trail 21-0. Twins out to the right side. I formation. Under center for Eureka. Puts in motion. Gunnar Smith. Hand off the second deep back. And Fisher going to grab him from behind and bring him down right there. And Fisher holds him up. And Betts, along with Hurd, will take him down.
Second down and 8 for the Lions.
They'll spot him at the 38-yard line, and 2nd and 10. Doubles, 2 receivers either side for Eureka. Single setback. A shotgun formation for Utter. Motion. Throws it out. Number 11, John Grieve. Grieve with the carry. Wallen on the trip up. Down to the 30, it would be 31. 3rd and 1 for Eureka. And have a single receiver out to the right side. Play call in I formation. 1 receiver on either side of the formation. And Utter will go under center. Hands off. Brought down there by Wallen as a handoff to 37, Tucker Smith. Out inside at about the 22-yard line, maybe the 23, and 1st and 10 for Eureka. And that's the end of the third quarter. On UPS Store scoreboard, it is 21-0. The Vikings trail the Lions here as the Lions are driving at about their 22-yard line of Bigfork. And they'll move down to the other end. They'll be back with the fourth quarter here from Eureka, Montana as the Vikings trail 21-0. All right, we're back for the fourth quarter. It's at 1st and 10 from the Viking 24-yard line for the Lions. And the Lions will go I formation, single receiver on each side, and Utter will go under center for the Vikings. Or for the Lions against the Vikings. Utter, quick handoff right up the middle. And Smith with the carry. In on the tackle is Bjorgi, and well as number 60, Luke Benson. Takes it inside the 20 down into 17, and 2nd and 3 for the Lions. Shotgun or I formation, Utter under center. Looking, gives it out to Gunnar Smith, cuts back inside. Benson right there, along with Fisher and Wallen on the stop. They get inside the 15. check that 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 14. I formation. Under center is Utter. Receiver on either side. Snaps it. Hands it to the up back. Is Tucker Smith. In on the stop is Gilliard along with Bjorgi. Down to the 10. And 2nd and 7. Receiver on either side. And I formation as Utter will go under center. He'll toss it out. Gunnar Smith going to cut back in. And met right there is Gunnar Smith. Wallen initially trips him up, finishing him off. Fisher in on the tackle as well for the Vikings. No game. We'll call it 3rd and 7. And they'll go I formation, twins out to the right side for Eureka. And Utter under center for the Lions. Motion. Going to hand out to the motion guy. Get out to the left side. And tackled out of bounds. Bjorgi on the tackle. Runs him out of bounds along with Epperly. Gets down to the 3-yard line and 1st and goal. Check that about the 2 for Eureka. Receiver on either side. I formation. Quarterback under center for Eureka. And a touchdown for Tucker Smith from 2 yards out. And on for the extra point try is done for Eureka. 9:05 to go in the ball game. And Dunn makes the extra point. 28-0, 9:05 to go on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard as the Vikings trail by 4 touchdowns here in Eureka. I'll be back with more of the 4th quarter right here as the Vikings will get the football back here in Eureka, Montana, trailing by 28-0. All right, we're back, and Bigfork to receive the kickoff. Back deep. Wyatt Hurt, Joseph Failure, and Epperly kicking is Tucker Smith for the Lions. Squib kick. Gilliard, you're going to return it right side. Gilliard gets out near the 45. 14, Kazaza.
First down, Bigfork at the 45.
And it'll be Bigfork football at their own 44-yard line. Just short of the 45 and a 1st and 10. Fisher will go out wide to the right on the near side. Wallen under center. I formation, Bjorgi. And Wyatt Hurd as the deep back. Ferrier on the left side, on the left wing. Give it up to Hurd. Hurd up the middle. Met right there at the 45-yard line by 52. Skylar Potts.
Hurd with the carry. Met right at the line by Skylar Potts. Skylar Potts.
Maybe gained a half yard on that. Not even moving the down marker to where it should be. And 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Hurd, toss out to him. Crosses the 45 out near the 46-yard line.
Hurd again over the left side.
It'll be 3rd down and 9 just across the 45.
5-yard line.
And Wallen will go under center. I formation. The Vikes. Fisher out. Left side by himself. Ferrier on the right wing for the Vikes. Over to the middle. A nice pass to Nick Walker. Close to the 1st down. Near the 45 of Eureka. And 46-yard line be 4th down and less than 1 for the Vikes. Wallen will go under center. Bjorgi, the up back. Give it to Bjorgi. Bjorgi looking to fight. Met in the backfield by Kazaza. No gain. It'll be turnover on downs for the Lions. So both the starting running backs, Taylor and Ben, out of the game for the Vikings.
Carry over the left side.
And lost a yard on the play.
Fielded by Coulter Kazaza. Short of the line to gain.
At the 47.
Line.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Eureka. 7:05 to go here in the ball game. They'll go I formation, receiver on either side for the Lions. Under center is the quarterback Utter. Hands off the deep back.
Remington
Little on the carry.
crosses midfield. Taken down.
Gilliard and Bjorgi in on the tackle. At about the 45-yard line, it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. At the Viking 45-yard line, Walker in for Betts for Bigfork. Again, I formation. Quarterback under center. Receiver on either side. One out to the right, one out to the left. Utter goes under center. Snaps the ball, gives it to the deep back. Right there is Luke Benson on the tackle. Brings him down to the 44-yard line in 3rd and 2. check that 3rd and 1 at the 44. They'll go I formation again. Receiver out to the right, one out to the left. Waiting for the back judge to get to 5 seconds before ending the play. Utter goes right up the middle. Gilliard in on the tackle. Takes it inside the 40. Down to about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 38. I formation again. One receiver out to the right, one to the left for Eureka. Looks like they're just going to run the ball and run the clock. Utter takes the snap, gives it the second guy through. Bjorgi in on the stop, along with Betts, as 27, Remington Little on the carry. Takes it down near the 35-yard line. They'll spot it at the 34. Pick up a 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Lions. 4:35 and counting in the ball game. I formation. Hands off the second guy. Spun around, brought down. Nick Walker initially hit him and brought down by Bjorgi. In on the stop. Along with 26, Nolan. As the carry by Little takes it down for a 1st down. Inside right, just short of the 25, we'll call it the 26. And they'll go in I formation again. Quarterback under center, receiver out to the left, one out to the right. And they throw a flag. Legal procedure against the Lions. 1st and 15. 1st and 15 from the 31. They'll go I formation again. Receiver on either side. Out wide right and out wide left. Up back gets it. That's George Brown in on the tackle. As Tucker Smith on the carry. Get back to the 26 and 2nd and 10 as he picks up 5 on the play. Receiver on either side, I formation, and the quarterback will go under center with 2:29 and counting. Fumble on the play. Quarterback picks it up, taken down immediately by the Vikes. And Betts in on the stop for Bigfork. Picks up about 1 and 3rd and 9 for the Lions. I formation. Receiver on either side. Utter under center. Take the snap. Back to the deep back. And Benson takes him down immediately. Remington Little on the carry. maybe gain a yard or two. We'll call it 4th down and 6.
Fourth down and 6 for the Lions.
Eureka undecided what they're going to do, if they're going to kick it or go for it on 4th down. Coach calling out a play. It looks like they're going to go for it. High formation. Under center. Brings it out. He's going to be stopped short. Vikings. Nick Walker in there. A host of other Vikings in on the stop.
Inside the 20 to the 19.
Short of the first down. It'll be Bigfork Viking football with under a minute to go. 49.7 to go. And see where they spot that. They're going to spot it right at the 20-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Vikes at their own 20.
The score holds. The Lions will host here next Saturday. I assume it's at 1 o'clock. Lions will host a game next Saturday here.
So Eureka looking to get the number 2 seat and host next week. Vikings will have to travel. And no better after tonight's games where that is Malta, Glasgow, Fairfield, depending on. Wallen will go under center. I formation for the Vikes. Going to give it off. Wallen looking to throw deep. Complete out there. Nice catch there by Walker Fisher on the sideline. As taken down by 26, Gunnar Smith. Out the 35-yard line. Checked at the 36. Side judge is winding the clock, but got to wait till the down markers get set first, guy. Wallen will go under center. I formation for the Vikes. Fisher out wide left. Wallen looking. Throws it out. And a flag flies as intended for Fisher. At about the 44-yard line, there's a flag.
Play down the field. We had a lineman that went out for a pass.
What's the call? Penalty against Bigfork, and it's declined. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Still didn't understand what the official called. I formation. Fisher out to the left side all by himself. Wide to the left. Wallen looking. Throws it underneath. Fisher the catch. Gets to the outside. At the 45. Catches at the 45-46. And that is your ball game as the Lions win 28-0 on the Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. I'll be back with your full game stats here momentarily from Eureka, Montana, as the Vikings take this one on the chin, 28-0. Well, welcome back to Eureka, Montana. Your full game stats as the Vikings lose this one 28-0. That means they'll get the number 3 seed and will have to travel next week for the playoffs, but they're continuing to play. Overall, looking at stats, Eureka 50 plays to 43 for Bigfork, outgaining Bigfork 323 to 180. And time of possession belonged to the Vikes, doubling up 32-40 to 15-20. Rushing attempts, 102 Bigfork strength, 34 attempts for 102 yards, and Lincoln County or Eureka 44 attempts for 281 yards. The Vikings outpassing the Lions 78-42, 4-9 for Wallen on that. 20 first downs for Eureka, 8 for Bigfork. Overall, take a look. Wallen 4 for 9 and 78 yards. Cormac back 23 carries, 80 yards. Wallen 2 for 13. Taylor 3 for 10. Missed the second half. Biogi 2 for 4. Hurd 3 for 2. And Ferrier 1 for -7. Receiving, Cormac Van 1 for 43. Walker 2 for 26. Nick Walker 1 for 9. Biogi and Luke Benson overall led the defense, 7.5 each on the defense. Wallen with 5.5. Gilliard with 5. Cormac Van 3.5. 3 for Hurd. 2.5 by Isaac Epperly. 2 apiece for Nelson and Betts. 1.5 for George Brown, Ryder Nolan. 1 apiece for Taylor and Postlethwaite. Half each for McManaway, Walker Fisher, and Nick Walker. Ferrier, nice job punting tonight. 3 for 92, 30.7 average, 1 inside the 20. Return stats, Epperly 2 for 27, Hurd 1 for 16, Ferrier 1 for 12, and Bryce Gilliard 1 for 10. Depending on the outcome, we'll take on the second seed, Bigfork will, and have to head out there. If Fairfield wins tonight against Glasgow, they already beat Malta, then Fairfield would be number 1, Malta would be number 2, and Glasgow would be number 3. So we could be headed down the high line either way to play next week against the second seed out of the north. Eureka will stay home, and they'll play the third seed coming out of the north. Most likely will be Glasgow next week. So stay tuned. We'll find out what time we play and who we play, where we're headed to next week as the Vikings season continues as they qualify for the playoffs, and hopefully Levi Taylor, Cormac Ben are okay for the end of the season. Once again, it's been a pleasure joining all year here on the regular season as the Vikings end up 6-3 on the regular season and head to the playoffs next week. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vols. Final from Eureka, Montana.